In part one, we spoke with the Gainesville, Florida mayor and public works professionals to discuss why public works are first responders. In part two, we will discuss the value of public works to the Gainesville Police and Fire Department. Could you introduce yourself and your position with Gainesville and how long you've worked for the city?
My name is David McIntyre. I'm the city's emergency manager, but I also hold the rank of district chief with the fire department, and I've been with the city for a total of 19 and a half years.
How would the operations of emergency management be different if Public Works was not first responders on emergencies?
Public Works here in the city of Gainesville plays such an integral part into our emergency management program that if they weren't members of our team and participate in all our exercises and training, our response would be greatly hampered. Our ability to respond to any emergency that occurs in the city of Gainesville takes a team effort, be it including the fire department, law enforcement, and especially Public Works. Without our Public Works department and their enthusiasm to participate and their drive to be part of the team, all those resources that the city's Public Works department brings to the table into our response plan, every piece of that is vital to our ability to respond no matter what the situation.
To finish up our special Roving Reporter trip, we visited with the Gainesville Chief of Police for one final look into how Public Works fits into the role of first responder. This is Rita Cassida with the APWA Roving Reporter Education Series, and I'm here in Gainesville with the Police Chief, Tony Jones, and he's going to speak with us about how Public Works and the Police Department work together.
Yes, I'm Tony Jones, Gainesville Police Chief, and what I would just like to say is Public Works and the Gainesville Police Department, they work together. We work together to improve the quality of life within the community, but we also work together to make the community safe. One of the things that we were discussing earlier is a couple of weeks ago we had a tragic homicide in a pretty rough area, and so we did a drug market initiative, which we had started working with Public Works prior to the homicide, and it was evidenced by a community meeting that we had like a week later, and the public actually stood up and gave an applause for our Public Works department for what they had did in that area. Also, as a police chief, we are in a university town. On 5 or 6 Saturdays of the year, we have this thing called football games for the University of Florida. Working with Public Works as far as the barricades, as far as the traffic management and so forth, we couldn't do it without them.
Could you introduce yourself and your position with Gainesville and how long you've been employed?
So I'm the Chief Inspector with the Gainesville Police Department. I've been with the Police Department 26 and a half years. I've served in a variety of roles at the Police Department. One of the roles that I served was I was the Emergency Management Coordinator for the Police Department. In the Unified Command system, having Public Works in the Unified Command with us is a tremendous help. We have put a variety of strike teams together with the Fire Department, ourselves, Public Works, our local utility company. So when we have especially here in Florida, we have hurricanes and we have strong storms, tornadoes, that type of stuff. And that brings unique challenges to trying to get the roadways open and making them safe so citizens who need to come to and from emergency services such as hospitals and that kind of stuff can actually get through, as well as our own emergency responders can get through to render aid to our citizens. When Public Works goes out to clear debris in the roadway, we're teamed up with them to help direct traffic, keep them safe so they can concentrate on getting the obstructions out of the roadway. Same thing with the strike team that has the fire department. So, you may have lines that are down. There may be a fire hazard, there may be some other type of hazard. So you have members from each of those first responding teams there together as a strike team to deal with whatever the issue is that is presented to them.
How would things be different if Public Works were not involved in the emergencies as first responders?
It would make my job a lot harder. It definitely would jeopardize the safety and of our citizens, and not only us, but our citizens. And since we are sworn to uphold and protect the safety of our citizens first, we would be failing at our jobs if we didn't have these resources available to us.
Do you have any advice for agencies that don't have a strong working relationship between public works and police, such as you do in Gainesville?
Well, first and foremost, I think our departmental philosophy of community policing is what has driven and has forged the relationship that we have with our public works department, and that, I think, is what has been a part of the success between that relationship. Because of our relationship, we sit down and discuss with one another, what is your overall objective? What are you trying to achieve? And sometimes we find that the two things that we're both trying to obtain, we can mutually benefit from.
We've had a great time here in Gainesville, Florida, learning more about public works as a first responder. If there's something in your community you would like the Roving Reporter to visit, please connect with us at the links below.